Hi, I'm Blake Hollis, and I am Sally's husband. And so we farm together. We run this farming operation together every day, which is kind of fun. This farm operation has been around since my grandpa started it in like around the 1950 time frame. So it's been a little over 70, around 70 years. And so we really enjoy what we do and have enjoyed it for generations. My dad grew up on the farm, and I grew up on the farm, and pretty much always wanted to farm as my career. So I studied that in college and have been here farming now for about 23, 24 years, I guess it's been 23, 24, somewhere in there. And so we raise corn and soybeans and hogs, and that's a lot of fun.
So what is your favorite part of farming?
My favorite part of farming is the interaction that we have with nature, and watching how God's creation works in a season. Watching the soil produce something from nothing, where you just plant a seed in the ground, and watching the miracle of that seed grow and flourish into a plant that produces food for people, and just the miracle of growth that we as farmers get to participate in, and we get to have a part in that. But really it takes something bigger than ourselves to make that happen, and so that's what I enjoy about my job.
front of some of our field corn, and this is an example of the corn that comes out of this field. Field corn is used in a number of products that you use every day. Some of the more popular products would be ethanol that's used to fuel the vehicles your parents drive. It's also used as a feed source for livestock like pigs. There might be some products like your toothpaste that has corn in it that you didn't realize it. So there's three major parts of a corn cob that gets used in products. The kernels is something that's called a starch. And the starch gets used in products like glues and sandpaper, wallpaper. A second product that comes from field corn is an oil. As you press the individual kernels, you'll get oil from this corn, and that oil goes into things like corn oil. It might be used as a vitamin carrier. It gets used in ink that goes into your ink pens or cartridges that are used in printers. And then lastly, at the very center of this is a cob. And this cob goes into lots of products like cosmetics and different powders, toothpaste. And so you see corn and products that you're using every single day that are growing in your back fields here in Iowa.
In addition to growing crops, farmers have to also market their crops. They have to pay close attention to how they sell their products and try to get the maximum price. So for corn and soybeans, we sell our corn and soybeans to large companies like ADM and Cargill. For us as farmers, we also use a lot of our corn to feed to our pigs. However, when we're selling our crops to ADM and Cargill, we're always watching the markets. And these are graphs showing the price of corn and soybeans for different contract months. And so it's important to have good math skills to be able to watch the markets and try to get the maximum price for the products you grow.
My name is John. I'm the bookkeeper here on the farm. I write checks and I take care of a lot of the paperwork, and I put in feed orders to feed the pigs.
Okay, you're weighed. So every truck we weigh comes across this scale, and it's all of our grain.
Another important role for farmers is working on equipment to maintain it, to make sure that it's in good working order, and also to fix it if something goes wrong. So we are standing in our shop where we have a number of mechanics and individuals who work on maintaining and fixing our equipment.
Hi, my name's Carter. I do all the technology here at Lane Haven.
Cool, yeah.
Some of the work that I've done is using one of our drones here is a Phantom 4, and our other drone here, which would be our Parrot Disco. And we use these drones to take field map imagery during the summer when the crops are green, and it'll tell us through the year like how well the crops are doing. And the screen on the left, the green areas are actually doing better than the red areas, and the red areas are stressed areas within the crops. And if you compare this to this here is a yield map, so this is after everything has been harvested. If you can compare them, you can see the spots throughout the year before we harvested. We could see spots were stressed, and you can see that it reflects on the yield map. And it's basically kind of part of what we do.
The weather is another important component for farmers. Because so much of their operations are dependent upon the weather, farmers are constantly watching the forecast, looking at wind speeds, precipitation, and temperatures, because different operations you have to wait until the soil is a certain temperature, or you cannot do if it's raining, or you cannot do if it's too windy. So farmers, in a way, are also meteorologists, always paying close attention to the weather.
Soil health is very important to farmers. It is not just dirt to play in. It provides the nutrients that are key for growing our crops. We are standing in a field that was seed corn this past year and currently has a cover crop of cereal rye planted. So all the green is not grass, it's actually a crop called cereal rye. Farmers have started to plant a lot of cover crops because they want to take care of the soil. Cover crops serve three primary reasons for soil health. One, it helps reduce erosion. Erosion is a big word. What that means is the soil running off and losing all of the valuable nutrients that is part of our topsoil. Another purpose of cover crops is it helps reduce compaction. Compaction is when the soil gets stomped down, and the cover crop helps to break up the soil. The last benefit of cover crops is helping with the nutrients of the soil. It helps provide nutrients back into the soil, which helps the crops grow.